Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. Text me then I'll text you back. You text me then I'll text you back. Text me then I'll text you back. TikTok, you don't stop. I will help you make your paper stack. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now? 205-964-5243. Now you know. 205-964-5243. Now you know.
Uh-oh. Good afternoon. Uh-oh. Yeah, I need to little ahead. I think you need to pull it down. Okay, there you go. What happened?
It's checking the connection. Wait, it went off when I first started here.
Okay. Well, anyway, how to find relatives of deceased owners. How to find relatives of deceased owners is today's topic. So we're here to talk about real estate investing with a strong emphasis on wholesaling real estate where your cash or credit is not that big of a deal. Low risk, high reward opportunity. If you want to join us on the live stream, do it on the without the Wi-Fi. Okay. Text the word Gator to the number 205-964-5243. Deulator was down yesterday. My tech guy is in a different place, and we back up though. All right, so I want to put this up first after the Gator. So we've been wanting to partner, so we tried to correct some things to maybe get some more opportunity. A couple people submitted already, guys. And
I haven't looked at it today. So
yeah, a couple of them submitted. We had somebody submit over the weekend, but I don't know what he was doing. No. You'll see. Okay. But anyway, text 5050, brand new video that explains how to get down. Trust me, we want to make some money with you guys. It would be such a beautiful thing that we came on every week. Somebody said, hey, yeah, that's what we're looking for. So boom, text 505 to the number if you want to partner. Text 50502 205-964-5243. All right. And the contract, this is the paperwork. Whether you partner with us or not, you need this, right? Text the word contract to the number 205-964-5243. Text the word contract to the number to get free access to the contract that pays. VIP. Text the letters VIP to the number. Lord have mercy. You just gonna go. The VIP to the number. And that's a set of videos that gives you more of a foundation, step-by-step process on how to do all of this. Text the letters VIP to the number. Now, we don't ask for much. This is how we subscribe, share, like, follow. 10 people watching should be 10 shares, 10 likes, 10 subscribers, 10 followers. But we have more than that. Thank you. Thank you very much. And here's the times. Remember the times. They want to take us down for me singing that, right?
Keep it short and sweet.
It don't sound like it. That's gonna be part of the problem. we have no idea what this is, so no copyright infringement. Oh, really? Okay. Well, I know how to keep a tune now. I might not know the words. I can hum the out of something. Monday through Wednesdays, 3:45 p.m. around 4 p.m. Thursday, 8:05-ish p.m. If you want a virtual wholesale, this was a good video to watch. Text the word Flippenar, scroll down. Whenever you get to the page, text the word Flippenar. All right. One of the tools that we use on a day-to-day basis, if you want access to that along with free training on how to use that tool, text the word tool to the number also. We still want to partner on apartments and self-storage. Text the letters units to the number 205-964-5243. All right, and that's enough for now. That is enough for now. Boom. What we got, guys?
We actually don't have a lot. You start with this.
I continue on.
Everybody is just saying hello.
Hope everyone had a great weekend.
What'd you do?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, as I explained to one of my friends, as I try to do every Saturday and Sunday. Well, that too. OD got drilled. OD'd on as much football a human can stand. It's amazing. You set your whole schedule around. If it doesn't get done by 11 o'clock a.m. on Saturday, it might not get done unless it's going to come to me. Now, I sit there with my laptop and do a lot of stuff, what are actually productive. But going somewhere, it's over with. From 11 to 11. 11 to 11 that night. 11 to 11. Hey, yes.
Did you pick Texas A&M to win by 20 points?
No. That didn't work out too well.
Coach,
What?
What's that about?
It's very interesting. I'm sure there's a lot of, prime time is who he is. You know what I'm saying? And so people you're gonna have haters or whatever, and how he go about things. Not saying it's wrong or right or whatever, but you already know this is third year in that league now. So you know how he gets down or whatever, and so both of those press conferences were very interesting. Oh yeah, that's what you think. The press conference was really good. The snub is what it is, but the press conference, what both of them had to say or whatever, and so
Who spoke first and said something?
Alabama State's coach spoke first.
Well, if you say something about me, I'm gonna.
Well, that was Deion's thing. I said ain't gonna be no making up. He said when you're mad. Now, I'm gonna listen very carefully when you're mad because that's what you really want to say. You know what I'm saying? He said so. Ain't no making up. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing you can say. You told me how you really feel.
I'm with you when you're right.
Yeah. So.
And that's the truth.
There it is.
They tell you can see really who they truly are.
All right, everybody's saying happy Monday to the family. Shamara Max said she's new to the channel. Can't wait to start a new career goal. Started watching last night.
Boom.
I've been dreaming about it ever since.
Dream. Oh, wow.
Let's see. This one came from Jennifer Dixon, 7416. She said, "Thank you, Flipman. You have changed my life."
Wow.
How so, girl? Tell us. We love a testimony.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Please. Do tell. What they say. Go deeper. Yeah.
Yeah. Go deeper. Let's explore that.
Talk about it. That's what they be saying. Talk about it.
Let's see. Chris McLean said, "How is everyone?" All right. Jason from Facebook said, "Do you know a company that could somewhat skip trace self-storage facilities and send direct mail to them?"
So he's asking the question: do I know of a company that could do direct mail? I mean, skip trace the self-storage and do direct mail. Because we actually target those, no. It's a grind. It's like grunt work. And one of the biggest issues with self-storage is how they're zoned. So it makes it more difficult for list aggregators to pull a list on them. You can pull a good significant number, but nationwide in most cases. You start dealing with state by state, it's going to be in the hundreds. And obviously the bigger the state, the more you're going to be able to pull or whatever. But it's a grind, my man.
All right. Mike Sykes said hello from Atlanta, everyone.
I know Mike.
That's the picture. You said you know. AJ said DMV in Pittsburgh, stand up. All right, Jennifer Dixon, this is her testimony. She said she started listening to us in October and was able to close on 5 properties. Now I have 2 properties on the contract with a subject to and another property for sale. Okay.
October of this year? I mean last year.
She needs to come on your show.
When did she say?
Come on,
October.
Gator.
Well, we just all told we in 10 days
Show
in.
Gator.
Does she mean?
Oh, so maybe last year.
Show her
Yeah.
Gator.
So a year ago.
She
Okay, yeah.
said, I reached out to you regarding the subject too. It has an ARV of 135. Repairs are 15 to 20, and I have it listed now for 70,000.
Mm.
She said because it has so much equity in it, I wanted to fix and flip.
Okay. That's what's up.
How
She,
those numbers sound?
she making a statement or?
I think she's trying to get you some feedback.
Oh, okay. I reached out to you about regarding the service to ARV 135. It'll be hard to do a fix and flip on that with say if the repairs were 90,000. Well, I say that. And if the ARV is 135, that may be doable. So the agents get 10% of that.
I thought she said repairs are 15,000.
She said repairs are 15.
I'm gonna go with the higher number always.
20. Okay, 20.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the higher number. Yeah, you might make. Yeah, you can. That may be something you can. Maybe make 5, maybe 10 grand on. Yeah, maybe if your numbers are correct.
If she fix and flips it, or if she just calls.
Oh, if she does, she gonna make more than that. If she does, I thought she was trying to wholesale. Yeah, if you're gonna do it, you could maybe make 25, 30 on it. Maybe.
Okay, that's all I got so far.
Okay.
Yeah, she said last year.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, oh my God, you're doing it.
That's so good.
Doing
Started yesterday.
All right, this video right here, if you check GD to the number, it's going to help you determine if you have a great deal or not. Now, yeah, you need to watch that video there for sure. What else I got? Oh, people wonder what to say. That's a huge part of it. So, got a script video to help you know what to say. Right? Yeah. What you got, King?
All right. This one came from Ruth Ann Williams. She said, I'm still looking for my first deal. I'm very interested in the topic today because I am a geriatric care manager by profession. Okay. What is the best way to get seniors and their children to work with me?
Well, okay, so she works in the industry dealing with a lot of older people that a lot of them own most of the real estate out here, baby boomers, quote unquote. And so, number one, I may even, this is what I would probably do, Ruth Ann. I'm sure you probably have to be in one of them scrub uniforms. I might would get me a little pin or something made. What do you call it when you have the little thing like you finna vote? What they call those? Not a name tag, but like a little, it'd be a little round thing. I voted today. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, button. Yeah, I might get me a little button to put on my uniform. I buy houses. You know what I'm saying? So it can just strike up the conversation or whatever when you're dealing with them. And I'm sure you're great at what you do, so you probably already have the trust built there. And they say, can you buy houses? And, yes, ma'am. There it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, what y'all women be wearing? Like Jessica got that scarf on and say, I buy houses. You know what I'm saying? It strike up that conversation. Yeah. That's what I would do.
Okay.
I wouldn't probably just ask because I don't want to be a little have my coworkers think I'm being predatorish. They're gonna probably already think that.
You don't want to know your business anyway.
Yeah, so but I wear that badge, screw them. They ain't paying you none of your bills. Not now one of them.
All right. Trisha said, do I need to have a website set up for a seller to see?
Okay. Trisha says, does she need a website, to give sellers an option to go view more about her business? Yes. You don't need it to start, but they're so easy to get made and built that you want to get it in motion as ASAP. The first thing when thinking about a website is that domain name, right? And so you go register a domain name. .com is not as important as it used to be because social media is such a big part of the business. So you can use some of the other extensions, .net, .co. It's hundreds of them. And so just think of something really good that tells what you do in short. Yeah, that too.
All right, we got one on Instagram. This person said, I have a 5,000 square foot lot contract in Baytown, Texas, to be assigned. Can you help?
Okay, so you have the 5,000 square foot lot in Baytown, Texas. Can we partner and help with that? Well, number one, what do you have it on the contract for? And what do you think the value is? That would go a long way to answering your question. I wonder what my boy Nate at. Nate used to say question with an R in it. Spell that, Nate. You know what you talking about, Tyrone?
All right. Ben said, man, I'm trying to make money.
Me too.
How do I start making money? How do I start wholesaling in New York?
Oh, yes.
He said, why am I being ignored? Now you're not.
You're not being ignored now. Now what? Now what?
Yeah.
That's his question?
Yes.
Yeah. No, what so what's his question?
No,
How do I start wholesaling in New York?
The same way you would anywhere else. Now, New York is a different animal as far as putting a deal together. I think you have to have lawyers on both sides of it. But other than that, it still boils down to finding a great deal, putting it on the contract, and placing a buyer with it. It's going to New York is probably going to be one of the easiest places to get rid of a piece of real estate if you have a great deal in the world. In the world, they're going to probably be the easiest place if you find a great deal. And because the price of real estate is extremely high compared to most of the rest of the country, your paydays are going to be substantially higher. One deal and you good for a year, depending on if you live within your means, whatever that is.
What part of New York are you in?
Yeah, where are you? When people say New York, that's ignorant, ain't it? Because when people say New York, we automatically assume the state. Yeah, we automatically assume that. You know what I'm saying? And I like when people ask me where we from, I always say, I don't just say Alabama, I say Birmingham, Alabama. We have towns and cities here. I don't know about nowhere else. We have we have roads, spaceships. We got all that here. Come here. It's lovely.
He's talking about he in a studio apartment for $2,000. He lives on Staten Island. He lives in Staten Island, New York.
Okay. Well,
okay.
Yeah. Okay. There
Should
it
be in a
is.
decent area.
Yeah. You good? Sound like money to me.
2,000 for the studio.
Yes, that's New York for you.
Yeah.
All right. This one says, "Hey Footman, I got a seller that wants $530,000 of this home in New York." Okay, Ben, this might be for you. It said no tax, but it has a mortgage. Repairs were done some months ago. Not sure if I have a good deal.
Okay, so how much is it?
530,000. The seller wants that much. I mean, we wouldn't be able to tell you if it's a good deal or not unless you give us all the numbers or address. Look it up. You can join us by texting Gator to 205-964-5243. It's one down the bottom of your screen if you want to come on and talk to us more about it. Edward said he's out scouting possible big box stores to partner on with you guys while I tune in.
That's what's up.
Let's see. That's all I got so far.
Okay, well, we'll promote this again. So we want to partner on houses still also. So text 5050. Updated the video. Should have done it a long time ago. But hey, the team made it very clear to me last week that, hey, you should have been did it. So boom, there we go. Text 5050. And I'm assuming y'all can check it out and see what y'all think about it. It's posted now. I guess I can already do another one though, couldn't I?
Being out here, he trying to find him somebody.
Okay, that's what's up, man. You got
What
to
do you say his name?
shoot your shot, man. You got to shoot your shot when opportunities present themselves. Sometimes you might not never get another opportunity. Offers are free.
All right. Well, he told his business. Have you ever sent in letters with an offer ready for the property? That's a good question.
Offers, what do you mean?
Like, have you
Yeah.
ever mailed in an
Blind
offer?
Oh, no. We sort of done that. We didn't do enough of it. We have done that before, though. Even what they do, a lot of people that do land, they'll send the actual contract filled out already with the prices they're willing to pay. Yeah.
I like boldness like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really do. Because let's get straight to the point.
Yeah. That's what we're willing to pay for it. Probably gonna get cussed out a few times. Okay, that's fine too.
Well, that's fine.
We weren't gonna do no deal anyway. Cause if you crazy enough to call me, just throw it in the trash. If the number don't work for you, they're gonna literally call
It might be interesting.
and say, "This is an insult. Why would you send? I'm never selling my property." Okay, what you like? You call. Trust me, we would take me off your list. And where did you get my address from anyway? The county.
Do you realize all this stuff is public records, people? Public record.
All right, we got somebody in the Gator room. So I'm about to add him.
Gator.
Hello.
There he is. What's happening, man?
How you doing, sir? How are you?
I'm good. Where you live streaming from, my man?
I'm in Long Island, New York.
Oh, this is the Long Island cat. Okay,
Yeah,
what's up. All right.
Yeah.
For us that are ignorant to the geographical layout of Metro New York, so when people say Long Island, what does that mean? You actually own an island, or just name that, or what?
Long Island is the tail end of New York. So you look at New York on a map and you see the whole map of New York, the tail end at the bottom, the little piece that's hanging, that's all of Long Island right there.
Okay.
So it's not like state.
So
like that. It's like where. Yeah.
So do you have to cross over a bridge from the other part to get to Long Island, or
From Long Island? So like Long Island, there's like different areas. So the boroughs, and boroughs is not really technically not a part of Long Island. So you have to go through some bridges and everything like that. Some places when you go like to like the Bronx, a little further out, places like that, you have to pay tolls, stuff like that with Easy Pass. So it's different areas. If you're going upstate, you're just going upstate. You could just drive there. That's like the farmlandish type area.
I got you.
Where it's kind of, no houses really, like literal farmland upstate. But they're nice houses though as well, like certain different towns and locations. But Long Island is its own little piece right here. Long Island. Yeah.
I got you. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah. Now I know. All right. So what you got, my man?
Okay, so I called the seller of this house. What's funny enough, I started this in September. I've been seeing it, and I signed up everything in September like 2nd. And I was just doing all the research, et cetera, et cetera. The house was right across from the street from my house. Crazy enough, for sale by owner. Cool.
All right.
I just called on Thursday because I was just working some stuff out. So I called Thursday. He literally gave me the whole entire rundown, everything I needed. Went through the script, talked to him. Everything was smooth sailing. Him and his son are in business together. I didn't get in contact with him today. I called his son. He says they want $530 on the house. So, but I looked up. I was on Zillow and everything, doing my research. Like I said, I do everything simultaneously. I have my tabs open. I listen to you. I have my Zillow open, etc. The house was sold 2 years ago, and I remember that I was there. And the house being bought for $510, I think. Now it's worth about $570 on Zillow, but he's asking for like $530. I put everything the numbers with the formula, the 70%, and it was around like $346. And I'm like, I don't really know how to go about that now because that's what it would be like. Cash.
Well, up there you could probably get away with 75 or 80% in the formula. Okay, that's number one. So that's going to bump you up a little bit, quite a bit. A little bit, right? And so he's close to asking. Sounds like you understand how to comp, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
He's still too close to asking. Because what you said, 570 is the number you came up with?
571 was the Zillow estimate on Zillow. Okay. So it was about 571. It was sold for $510 2 years ago. I remember when they were buying the house because, neighbors is nosy. We all looking to see what's going on. That's when we first moved in.
Yes,
so, yeah.
Yeah, so it sounds like they may probably owe something close, but you never know, they may pay cash, who knows? All right, but if so he has a for sale sign out in the yard, or is a real
it's right. I took a picture of everything, literally for sale by owner, and then 2 numbers, his number and his son's number. And I called both of them, ended up speaking with both of them at some point in time.
Call him and ask him what he take $450 for it.
$450.
I'm assuming it's livable or whatever. You
Yeah, there's people living in it now. It's not vacant. I literally see it. Of course, I still ask, but you know, there's some people that live in there. You know, I got everything, but I guess I'm going tomorrow. That's why I'm asking now. I'm going tomorrow. I said I'll meet you tomorrow. He's like, whenever it's available. I said I'll meet you tomorrow at 12. He was like, if you have an offer, you can give me an offer. So he was like, come check out the house. Let me know if you have an offer. And I guess we'll work it out then. Which I'm like, let me see ahead of time if I can get a little something, you know, to negotiate with him in that time tomorrow.
Yeah, see if let me back up. See if it's due by 425. I ain't add your money now.
425.
Yeah, about 425. Which that's just under 100. You know,
Yeah.
a little over 100. A discount. You know, but hey, man, the numbers are the numbers. If he'll let you know real quick. Now, if he rejects it and wants to continue the conversation, you ask him, well, how close can you come to that amount? How close can you come to that amount?
Right.
And if you could keep him, below 450, you may be able to do something with it, make a few grand off of it because it's tight or whatever.
Yeah.
And a big part of it, I'm assuming this property is in pretty good condition.
It's pretty, he says it's in good condition. Like,
the
house is in pretty, and they just redid the interior literally a couple months ago. So like the whole inside is like basically brand new. So
what price? So you gave me say 530. Okay. All right. Yeah. So that's, you got to make that offer, man, and go from there. When you're out there, you want to take photos, and
definitely,
video or whatever of the property too. So.
Okay, great. All right, cool. Yeah, that's basically that. It's the first deal, so I'm like trying to put piece together, but I'm still working on it. Yeah,
if you work it out, we would love to partner with you on it if you're interested in that.
Definitely. I'm really open to that because I know help, and I'm big with like networking and talking to people. So that's like right up my alley. So whenever that comes around, I'll definitely reach out without hesitation. I appreciate it.
No problem, man. Thanks. And join us again.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
I ain't got enough details on it. He may not own nothing on it. Yeah, I ain't got enough details.
If he doesn't own anything on it, but it could be a good thing. If he owns nothing, then owner finance that.
All right. So that was good.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's see. This one says, I'm in Virginia and there are a lot of houses that are vacant, but I can't get in contact with none of the owners. Do you have any suggestions?
All right. So when you say you can't get in contact with any of the owners, I'm not sure what you're using to do so. But with that being said, you want to skip trace those numbers or send them something in the mail, or possibly ask the neighbors and see if they know how to get in contact with them. A lot of times they do.
Okay. Somebody said was good, Footman and everyone.
Oh, what's going on with you?
Somebody is commenting on New York. This one came from Michael from YouTube. He said, what's the best time to call possible sellers, to cold call, basically?
All right. According to what they say, the experts say is the best time frame. You can call any day, but you're asking for the best time frames is between like 4:30 and 6:30 in the evenings. I think they say the best days are Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays. Now, you got not going to leave Monday, Friday, and Saturday off the table, and I guess even Sunday, but, Sunday is normally off limits or whatever, but some people still do it. But those other days are game also. So you just have to just do it. But to answer your question, 4:30 to 6:30, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I think is what they say on the days.
All right.
I need that root beer.
All right. Somebody said, how do I start? I'm in the Bay Area.
Oh, in the Bay Area. Okay. How do you start? You're in the Bay Area. Well, you really started because you're here consuming this content on this daily live stream. All right. So just as I mentioned to my man earlier, number one, you want to start here and educate yourself, and then it's going to all boil down to generating leads. How many people that own real estate are you talking to on a daily basis? All right. And so again, once you educate yourself on a certain amount of this content that I give away on my YouTube channel, you're going to know what to do. But I guess if I just tell you how to give you a first thing to start, you have to choose an area you're going to target and how you're going to target those individuals, whether that's bandit signs, direct mail, cold calling, text messaging, Google AdWords, Facebook ads, TikTok ads. I was finna say Arby's ads. What? That's y'all.
How was it?
Huh?
Arby's.
I don't know. This is delirious,
We
man.
contaminated.
I believe
you
you're gonna have
tired
to.
of
I
this?
believe you're gonna have to let yourself out and go get that what's the name out of that cup.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can pour you some in a cup or
No,
whatever.
I don't need
He wants you.
it. Yeah.
How he put it off on you. But also he said that he lives in his car. So what's some ways or inexpensive ways you can generate leads?
Well, he has internet access. We do know that, right? Because he's watching this.
Right.
Okay, he says he lives in his car. Wow. Is it if he's living in his vehicle? Does he have does he have does he have a job? You know, all of that. I guess So I'm just trying to see.
I mean, just because you live in your car, you ain't got no job. Some people just
No. I'm saying that doesn't mean that. I know that really doesn't mean that.
I'm gonna have to fix all of this.
I ain't got what you got a solution.
I black out.
I love you when you get out there.
No, that echo is killing us.
I know. It's just at least we have an AI.
We need to get more fans. That's all you-
It ain't you don't look stirred
Stuff
up.
in.
No, it'll make it better. It'll make it a little better.
Oh, I could have
There you go.
Yes, she's true. Okay, so he said he's 60 years old, so he's retired.
Wow.
That made me so sad.
All right. No.
Why?
It sounds like he got his health. Let me figure out the rest of it. Okay, so my man, he's living in his vehicle. He want to try to see how he can try to take advantage of this. So obviously, if you got a vehicle, you can maneuver around.
Yeah.
You need to max out driving for dollars.
Yeah.
You got to max that out. You got to become an expert in that market. And the Bay Area is a huge area. When you start talking about Oakland and San Francisco, I don't know the other surrounding cities, but that's a huge area or whatever as far as population. And so there's going to be some opportunities out there. So,
Uber while driving for dollars.
well, yeah, I guess he could Uber if he wanted to. I don't know, just
Uber and-
they have a, well, yeah, I'm gonna say yeah, he could do it. So, but yeah, so you want to max out driving for dollars. You need to become an expert in that market on. If there's a vacant property, you probably know about it, and you've already researched it, trying to reach out to them, and so but yeah, that's what I would strongly recommend. You got to become an expert driving for dollars. If you can afford something like PropStream, that will help out a lot. You ain't got to have it, but that'll help you out in your research and when you're trying to it ain't gonna give you all the information though. Yeah. And so but yeah, that's what I would do. Now you could do this also because you do have the internet and you can max out the entire rest of the country with Zillow and properties for rent. So now you have the entire country to target. And what you're looking for, this won't cost you anything, but just go to Starbucks every day. This is your job now. and you're looking for properties that are listed by owners that are for rent, and you're just gonna start calling. You're doing it every day. That's an unlimited source to possibly find a deal. It takes a lot of persistence. It's gonna get very frustrating, like most of this stuff is, but it's free.
So what was the end game with that?
Oh, you're gonna try to find someone that's motivated to sell cheap. You know, you can bring us into the fold after that. You know, if you find someone where the numbers work. But yeah, so now that doesn't cost you gas money or anything. You don't have to have prop stream or any of that stuff. If you don't, it helps to, but you don't have to have that. So you're going to target the entire country. Obviously, the market you live in also, but the entire country. That's your end game now. Tough way to do it, but possible. You'll find someone. Trust me.
All right, this is on Instagram. This person asks, is earnest money mandatory for a deal to go through?
It's not mandatory. It's whatever you and the seller negotiate. But one of the ways to have the law on your side is whenever you put in properties on the contract that you provide earnest money, because once the deal is settled and you can't close on it or whatever, if that situation happens, the earnest money deposit is the remedy. You know, you show good faith that you will close on it, and if you don't, hey, your good faith is now their money. Period.
All right, we have another one. This is on TikTok. It says the ARV is 88K. The seller wants 42K, complete cosmetic rehab. The wholesale fee will be 5K for buying whole. Is it a deal?
Be tough. I don't know the square footage of the property that'll factor in a great deal. That's 50% of the number, right? But as I explained in the video, we do the 50-50 deals. Once you get it below like 120, 50% of it may not still be cheap enough because of repairs. It still may not be cheap enough. I don't know what the number. Oksana, we need to just sit down one day and just keep going up until we say, hey, 50% is cheap enough, and when it ain't cheap enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, okay, relatives, you know, not too small, but not too large either. 88 and 44, what they said?
ARV is 88K. Seller wants 42K.
42K. Man, if I would try to see if they would do some owner financing on that. Boy, if you could set up some owner financing on that, that'll be a smoking deal for somebody on a rental hall. I wonder what the rental rates are in that area. If you could.
Yeah,
for just straight wholesale cash deal, it's gonna be tight. Gonna be tough. But if you can get them to tell them, hey, you'll do 100 payments of $420 a month. How that sound?
30,000 in repairs.
I don't know what it is. He said it's cosmetic. You know what that mean? It's a rental area, so you know you do that $15 a square foot, huh? What? Yeah. If you can get them to do 100 payments at $420, we'll say you rent at $850. That's like $430 difference as far as what you owe them, and that wouldn't be a bad little deal. Yeah.
All right.
Before expenses.
AJ said, hey, Flip, a house I used to live in now has a condemned sign on the door. Is that property still wholesalable? If so, is there a certain formula for it?
He said, what now?
So it says the house I used to live in has a condemned sign on the door. Is that property still wholesalable? If so, is there a certain formula for it?
Well, if the property has been tagged as on the condemned list for whatever city or municipality, that still doesn't mean it's not, repairable. It's just that it's an eyesore in that neighborhood. I'm sure the neighbors have complained about it, as they should, and the city is trying to get rid of blight. So yeah, you can still wholesale it. I did not know that word existed until these young ladies introduced me to it. Like, what?
All right, this one came from Nisi. She said, hey, Flip, I saw vacant land sold by an owner, 4x4 plus acres. How can I comp the area before I call the owner? So how do you comp vacant land?
Just well, it's probably the only freeway, not the only, but the freeways you could do it. The best thing would be able to do is that zip code, and you may have to just do the entire county. See what real estate brokers or agents are doing a lot of land deals. Call them and get their opinion. That's the best way.
Okay. All right. This one says, do you know where I can find a list or a website for a list or a website of for sale by owners?
So they want a list or website of for sale by owners. Now, all for sale by owners not going to have their properties online, but I guess you're only talking about the ones that are online. Now, there is a fizbo.com. Let me see if that's still up. Fizbo.com. What we got here? Boom. Is the premier for sale by owner real estate website. Fizbo.com. Why y'all tripping?
Because we were talking about this earlier.
What? Just looking on the website?
Yes,
Y'all seen some?
because we know the areas where they would be, so we were just gonna.
Y'all seen some?
No, not today. Not what we were today. We were just talking about it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because we're gonna do some terms with those.
All right. So yeah, but Fizbo.com. I just did a search here. These in Birmingham? Let me see. Well, this is what they did. I put in 35206 just to put a zip code in there, but it's just giving everything in the area. But that's one website. Zillow has a for sale by owner section. I don't know if Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. It's going to be scattered. It's not going to be as easy like listed properties with agents, because you are just dealing with individual owners, and they really a lot of times are not in the real estate business. They're just trying to get rid of a house. So it's not going to just all be in one place or whatever. So, but that's what I was just talking about with the properties that are targeting targeting properties for rent, because you're on the hunt for a potential tired landlord. That's what you're on the hunt for. I'll tell you a good website you could target, section8.com. I think it's called something else now when you go there, forwards to another site. Let me see. I'm sorry, go section8.com. And it forwards down to affordablehousing.com. They bought the domain. Okay, bought the site, unless they already owned it.
All right. This one says, we got a lot of people asking like, how do they start? But you've already answered that a few times. This one says, you've helped me to comp a few properties, which I really appreciate. My question is, what if there is still a mortgage on the property? How does that change the offer price?
Okay. If they have a mortgage on the property, how would that change the what?
The offer price.
The offer price. Well, it can change it and it can't change it. As long as the amount that they owe is less than the amount that makes the deal work for you, and they're willing to accept something in that range or below your number, then it's just a normal deal. But if they owe more than what makes sense for you, we're talking about wholesaling here now, then wholesaling as a cash deal is not going to be on the table because they owe more than what makes sense, unless they're willing to bring some money to the table to make up the difference, which is not likely. I've done a deal or two like that, but it's not common at all. All right. So now you get into other options if they're willing to do some terms, if they owe more than what makes sense. So.
All right. This one's in the private chat. Hold on, let me take this one off. But it says, when you're driving for dollars, is there an easier way to find the owner's contact info? The county property records don't show their number.
Text vacant to the number 205-964-5243. And I think in that video, I show you how to use the PropStream app to do that with. Makes it a lot easier to do exactly what you're talking about. And if you sign up through dealyourlater.com by texting the word tool, we'll train you on how to do that for free. But that'll solve that problem, if nothing else. Boom.
All right, this one is on Instagram. Got a guy selling his house for $150K. He won't go down, but the houses in the neighborhood are going for $200K. Should I contract it for $150K?
Okay, so someone wants to sell a $150,000 house in a $200,000 neighborhood. He would have to offer some owner financing because as a wholesale deal, that won't work. The numbers won't work.
Yes.
Well, we need to do some terms. You need to get him to act as the bank.
All right, so this one says, speaking of marketing, should you do a few strategies at a time or stick to just one method?
All right, should you stick to one strategy at a stick to one thing, or you take on multiple methods of doing deals. I'm going to side on doing multiple methods of doing deals because if you're generating a lot of leads, a lot of them are not going to be anything if you're just going to do straight wholesale deals. But if you're willing to do lease options subject to, then just creative financing, owner financing, at least offering that, then you're going to have more opportunities, like significantly more. So. But some people can't do, well, that's really not like you're doing multiple things. You're really just giving the seller the option and you just know how to do them. It's not really like you're really doing a lot of different things. It's not like you're saying, well, do you want to sell your house? Oh, I'll cut your grass. No, you just want to sell your house, but how do you want to sell it to me? You know what I'm saying? So it's not like you're doing different things.
I would say.
Oh, when you put your roof on, you want to sell it? I'll do a roof. No.
I would say it depends on what your pocket's about, because you may not be able to afford, depending on what stage in this you're on, like marketing 5 different ways.
You market in the same way. It's just whenever the leads come in, you just base it on the situation.
Be able to afford, like if they can't afford online ads and bandit signs and something else, and you know what I'm saying? Like whatever your pockets, I feel like allow at a certain point.
Well, I think you. Well. See, they were asking. I thought what they were asking is, should you just only do wholesaling, or you should try to do lease options? Should you try to do subject to?
No. She said, speaking of marketing.
Oh, that's why I missed.
Do a few strategies at a time.
Yeah, I'm all over the place now. Scratch that last answer. I ain't hear the marketing part. Okay, so.
I done read the question.
Okay, no, your budget will, what you can afford will dictate on what different forms of marketing you're going to be able to do. The answer for that other question was, should I do just wholesaling or should I try to do subject to lease options and whatever else, Airbnb? I heard strategies versus lead generation, marketing, spending some money or whatever. If that's, yeah.
Because that's what I'm saying. Like, you might not be able to afford like Facebook ads and
you're right about
on
this.
Instagram and bandit signs, and you know what I'm saying. So I think just kind of try some things maybe what's in your budget, and then see what's actually like giving you some traction, and I will focus on those.
Boy, aren't you glad you have us?
Right, because he don't be listening.
Marketing
at all.
Just zoom in on one word. Okay, let me answer that.
This one says, I'm the one with finding the deceased owner's relatives question. I found them through Facebook. I looked at the photos. Okay. Look, Beam a Snoop paid off.
What they said?
So they were the ones they had asked about finding the deceased owner's relatives, and they found them on Facebook by looking at the photos.
How you do that?
What the heck? Probably just, searching different people.
Somebody calling or something?
Yeah. Follow a boss.
Well, set it out.
Yeah, turn it off.
X out of it.
It's
But y'all, I don't know what to say about y'all.
They messed up our recording, did it?
All right, Ben, that's our
I'm
friend.
recording.
He said, "How do I become a millionaire doing wholesaling?"
Do some deals.
Yeah.
Do a lot of deals.
All right,
And
Jason.
some of those properties you're going to be able to hold,
Mhm.
which gets you closer to a net worth value. But doing deals, there's no secret. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's no secret.
Jason Butler said, "What? I'm having trouble finding information on a commercial property. How do I obtain the information I need to sell it?"
All right. Someone says, how do they find the information on a commercial property? You're gonna do the same thing, the same way that you would on a residential property. That information is recorded at the courthouse also. If you're going to take the free method route, so you can access the county website, and you should be able to pull that information. The only thing about a commercial property, a lot of times they're going to be in a business entity name instead of someone's actual name, and so it may be just a little bit more difficult to find that information. Now, I'll probably be doing a video on another commercial tool here in a couple of days or whatever, and it'll provide an option there to be able to pull up info on pretty much most commercial property owners if you want.
Ben, he said, "How can an introverted person do wholesaling?" He ain't no introvert.
You don't think so?
No.
not all the way.
Not by these comments.
Y'all, huh? Y'all don't think I'm introverted?
You're not an introvert.
I think you are.
Thank you, Ken.
You're an
You really
introvert
know me.
extrovert.
They just in here because you really know me.
You are introvert extrovert.
No.
You are. You're both. Because when you first meet somebody,
Yes.
you an introvert. But once you actually know them,
Well, that's
Yeah.
different. I think most introverts are like that.
Yeah.
It's like we're not going to engage. You know what I'm saying?
you're
Like,
not that
see,
much of an introvert.
Okay,
You
let me-
believe your profession is a part of you being in front of a camera.
but most of this has been done in front of a camera by myself. You know what I'm saying? You all are new. I did all this by myself, so I'm like talking to these walls here, literally.
I mean, yeah, but if you can put yourself out for literally like the world to see,
I ain't think about it like that.
then you know what I'm saying?
I didn't think about it like that.
It's just like
I didn't.
Because he was been doing it so long.
Yeah, because
He's a little bit of both.
So I'm gonna explain old Tyrone to you, and I'm going to nail this coffin.
You built it up.
But let me see. So the way I looked at it was that I was doing it here in Birmingham, but more people know me outside of Birmingham than Birmingham initially, or whatever. So it wasn't like, I was going to be recognized or anything like that. Now it's like that now, but it wasn't for years or whatever. But that's more has to do with not really YouTube, but more like TikTok, probably than anything, right? And so when I was shooting videos, by myself, it's not like I was really out there talking to people and greeting them. People would call me over the phone, but that's different because they called me. I didn't have to call them. So like if like with networking events and stuff like that, the ones that I have been to, that I've been invited to, because I'm never just going to show up or whatever in most cases. If I put it like this, if I just had to show up to try to network, it ain't gonna do me no good because I'm not gonna say anything to anybody. I'm just not. When I went to network, the ones I go to, a lot of the people know who I am, so it makes it easy. You come up to talk to me, so I'm gonna talk to you or whatever, and be glad to talk to you or whatever. But if I had to engage in it, and it's not gonna happen. So let me get to a personal level on it. So now, okay, so when I was younger, when I used to go to clubs and stuff, I would go to the club. I don't drink.
I could never imagine you in a club.
Oh yeah, I don't drink. But on the flip side of that, I will dance or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know, but so I'm not gonna say anything to anybody. So it did me really no good if that was going to be like a feeding ground to meet somebody.
You didn't go in a group of people, like
Yeah. Yeah, but they were gonna be doing their thing, but I still wasn't gonna do nothing, but probably just find somewhere good to sit. They like to stand. They want to sit and stand up all night. But
you weren't trying to hop down on nobody.
It might, it could be sometimes it could be so crowded, and then just like naturally it might happen or something. But so yeah, I'm trying to find a good seat. So like people, just could be at the mall and guys meet girls. Never done that. The women that have the people's daughters that want to spend some of their quality time with me, it's been because we had to know we had to talk.
Like at work.
Yeah, like had to talk, or like been a place that I frequented, and they like, oh, he's cool guy, Yeah. I pay a few bills too, but anyway, so that ain't an introvert.
I mean, I guess so, but I don't know. In here, you don't feel like no introvert, so that's why I feel like you can be a little.
He's got a little bit of both.
Yeah,
you really
No.
what he just said,
Yeah,
show here.
But you really
I'm
could
trying to find me a good seat.
Yeah, you really could turn it on.
so
He's
let's
like
just see.
Beyonce. He has a Sasha Fierce in him.
Yeah, you really could turn it on and off.
Nah.
Okay, so now answer that person's question though.
Yeah,
you
so
did
how
all
can an
that.
introvert wholesale?
Okay, so great. That's what I was getting to. So a lot of the business, when you try to start a business, and the internet sort of like got rid of some of that. It's really good for introverts or whatever. But a lot of businesses, you have to engage with people, like you have to do the engagement, right? Now, and then there's some opportunities where you just put the marketing and the advertising out there and they have to come to you. You know what I'm saying? So when I first started learning about wholesaling, the course that I purchased, 3 things stuck out to me: was lease options, actual wholesaling, and bandit signs. The reason bandit signs stuck out to me is that, I can just put this message out here and people will call me. They want something from me. They want me to buy their house. So now that introvertedness, if that's a word, now that don't apply anymore because they called me. And I know what I'm talking about when they call me or whatever. And now I have the attitude, either they're going to do it the way I want them to do it or next. So that's how, if you're introverted. Now, what I didn't know back then that I wish I would have known is that if you're not the type of person to do cold calling, a lot of networking or whatever, you need to bring someone and partner with someone and or hire someone to do the things that you're not really good at doing. That's just in the business. Whether you are extrovert, you're still gonna have stuff you're not good at. You just hire people to do the stuff that you're not good at or whatever, or partner with people to do what you're not good at. So that's how you handle that. So hopefully I answered the question.
That's all I was like to say. As long as you know what you're talking about, that might give you the confidence to talk to other people. But be 10 toes down, keep your head up, and put people down.
Yeah. Tough, man. You are what you are, man. You can't, I can remember the story time. I remember this girl I would like to. Oh man, this is when I was in high school, huh?
Here we go. Here, my girl. Another story time. Come on.
Definitely a little chick back then. And so anyway, we went to different high schools or whatever. We probably like been dating or whatever. One of them. I don't know what I told you. And so anyways, we probably saw each other 2 or 3 times, maybe. When we supposed to have been dating. I didn't even know what to say to her when we was in front of her. You know what I'm saying? Just that was how shy I was. I didn't even know what to say. What? I didn't even know what to say. Pitiful. That you are who, you know what I'm saying? I didn't. Whereas my cousins, you know, they were totally different. You know, the cousins I hung with all the time or whatever, my best friends, they were totally different. But you know.
This one came from Jason Butler. He said he sent a listing over to us at 50-50. He doesn't have it under contract, so that's 730. But one of the listing I had a price of $276,000, and then he said, "Is this listing price too much to work with? And should I move on to another single family home?"
No, that's too not much. It could be $2 million if you get it for $1 million.
Yeah, it depends on the house. Okay, so one, when you send us over things, it needs to be under contract and you need to be working directly with the owner. So don't send anything else over if you don't have it under contract already. And don't send over things that you just...
What's his name?
Jason. Don't send over things that you just find on Zillow.
I think that's not his name. Is hold on, I'm trying to see the young man that was sending a lot of stuff this weekend.
Yeah. But don't send over...
That's him. That's him. He sent over a lot of stuff.
Don't send things over you just find online, because that's stuff that everybody else can find. So they aren't necessarily good deals. Nothing necessarily special about those. So yeah, I would say move on from this one. You'll probably get an email from me later on today telling you the same thing, but move on from this one.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go back up. I just wanted to read his because he was commenting. Let's see. This one says, "I'm looking for a bird dog. If JC can find the properties and I can get the deal under contract, I will pay him." Okay, I don't know who that is.
Network.
Okay, so topic, please.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, go ahead and do this one just because I put it up. What's the best way to find a good real estate attorney to help me with my deals?
The best way to find a good real estate attorney to help you with your deals is to use the power of Facebook, right? And so go in there and ask, guys, we don't even have this mic here plugged up today.
Oh, wow.
I guess they just can hear. It's too late now. It don't matter now. It goes in over here. Yeah, that's fine. But just use the power of social media and ask the question: what title company or what closing attorney is user friendly? Wholesaler friendly in XYZ city. And you can join my Facebook group, Wholesaler Real Estate with the Flip Man, and ask it in there, or ask in local wholesaler groups or real estate investment groups. Boom.
Okay.
Now we can do the topic.
Yes. Ben said, "I remember in high school, a girl told me I love you, and I said thank you and ran home."
In high school, I wasn't that bad. I wasn't that bad. Oh my God.
That is
Oh.
That is sweet.
Yeah, sweet. Nah, I would nah. No. That's funny. No. Now at the same time, I can admittedly say I was sneaky at the same time, right? So it's sort of a weird dynamic, you know. But anyway, so what do you think about that one?
I like it.
Okay, cool. You see if my boy didn't wet it, the thing?
I see.
I noticed that the devil like details to be serious, man. Yeah, I said this is what 23 case tastes like. So the thumbnail basically is like saying one of the ways to find relatives of deceased owners. All right, once you number one, you got to identify them, right? And so you could pay a really good real estate attorney to do that for you. Cost you maybe anywhere from $250 to $1,000, right? That's the getaway 100 way of getting it done. Or you can use the power of the internet, a really good website that can at least give you identify the potential relatives is Entellus.com. Mentioned it, several times before. All right. And so what Entellus is going to do is going to give you possible relatives. So now you'll need to skip trace each one of those individuals. So if you want to skip trace those, go to skip2flip.com, sign up, which is going to take you to batch. Sign up for that. You can skip trace those. And so once you skip trace those, you'll have a phone number. So once you have a phone number, you can call them, and or you can send them something in the mail, and or you can text message them. Now, I always like to say this is probably the freest way of doing it is simply going and ask the neighbors. Now, not that they will always know, but a lot of times they know how to reach. They know the story, the backstory, and who you possibly should be able to contact. Right. And so that's what you want. But a lot of times you have to give them some type of an incentive to do so. But that's where I would start. I probably would start there is asking the neighbors on a particular property. Yeah, so once you find those relatives, at that point, it's going to depend on how the estate was set up. Did they have a probated will before they passed? If they didn't, then that heir tree can be devastating. Or the harder it is to figure that out, that means a lot of people walked away from it. It may be one of your best opportunities when you do figure those type of deals out, because most people may have ran from it and may have been a really good opportunity. It's just the time that it takes to get everybody on the same page. Like I'm a girl, Jazz, up in DC. Took her 3 years, but it was a $289,000 payday. That's a little, for you all counting, that's about 90 big ones a year.
That's not bad.
I wait on that. I wait on that right now. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah. So anyway, so yeah, that's how you get that though. We've been rolling hard today. Let's roll on out of here. All right, guys. So we got everybody in. So remember, if you want to partner, text 5050. Follow the instructions in that video. If you didn't get your questions answered, post them in the comment section of any video. You can subscribe, like, and share the video and follow Instagram and TikTok. And here are the times that we're on every day, Monday through Wednesday, and on Thursday. Boom. We're out.
Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. You text me then I'll text you back. Text me then I'll text you back. TikTok, you don't stop. I will help you make your paper stack. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now? 205-964-52439. Yep. 205-964.